Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Meryl Hayton, and this is Yoga with Meryl Hayton. I'm a yoga teacher and coach and an EFT practitioner here in Rockaway, New Jersey. Today is March 29th, 2020, and we are in the middle of our global pandemic of the coronavirus. And I have a favorite hip stretch that I want to show you if you're home and you've been doing a lot more sitting than you normally would. You might want to try doing this hip stretch. Can hopefully make you feel better. So we're going to do some warm up with a foam roller. And so I have a yoga mat, I have 2 yoga blocks and a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, or if you have yoga therapy balls, they're or like a lacrosse ball or something, you can use that instead, or you can just watch. And if you don't have yoga blocks, you can stack up books. And I also have a blanket to support my knees for when we do the stretch. And you'll need to be near your couch, right? You can do it up against the wall, but we're going to use the couch today. And so I'm going to go over to my mat here. So if you have already worked out, you walked, you ran, you did some aerobics, right? Or you did a lot of core exercise, you're probably already warmed up enough and you can just go right into the stretch. But if not, we're going to use a foam roller. So this is my foam roller. It is white. I have a white foam roller. It's they call this a firm density, but not extra firm. It actually, I can press into it a little bit with my fingers, so it's not crazy firm. And then this is just a nice cover for it that's removable and washable. And no, I'm not getting sponsored by Amazon to tell you all this. All right, so I'm gonna put this behind me, and I'm gonna sit on it. And we're going to get rolling, right? So I'm leaning onto my right side here, and then on my right elbow. And I'm just going to press into my feet and just kind of roll forward and back a little bit. I'm in the meat of the muscles in my glutes. I'm not on any bones or anything. Right? And then you can rock your knees a little bit side to side so that you're kind of rolling on the side of your hip a little bit. Breathe in and out through your nose. And just kind of imagine relaxing the area that you're massaging, right? And then to deepen it, you can take your right ankle and cross it over your left knee and do the same thing. Drop and sway the knees side to side. And you can also press forward and back. Right, if you've never done this before, this might feel painful, right? So you can press into your foot and to your elbow and lift up so you're not putting all of your weight on it. Right, now I'm going to straighten my right leg. And I'm going to take my left foot over my right leg and roll onto my right side. Again, you're not on any bones. And I'm going to lift myself up and move the roller down the side of my leg. So we're getting into the IT band here. And I'm really pressing into my elbow, and make sure that your right shoulder is not up to your ear, so you're not crunching into your neck, right? Your neck is long, and you're going to move, right? Roll on the roller. I'm rolling up and down the side of my leg. And then I'm going to turn all the way. So now the roller is right in my hip crease, right in the top of my hip crease. And I'm on my elbows, and my toes are pressing into the mat, and I'm going to roll forward and back, right? So most of my weight is on the roller and my legs, so I don't really have a lot on my elbows or my shoulders too much. And I'm getting in the front of my thighs. I'm actually doing both legs at the same time here because I have a long roller. They do sell a half size. So if you're doing a half size, you can do one leg at a time and then switch. Right, and then sometimes I press a little bit and lean to the right and move my legs a little bit on the side. There's a lot of different muscle categories, right, in your thighs, and you want to make sure that you're leaning to the left. You want to make sure that you're getting into, right, all of them. Make sure that you're getting into the hip crease. So now I'm in the side of the hip, right in here, right in this area here. So now I'm rolling on the left. Right, make sure that you get both sides rolling in the right. Okay, and then I'm going to sit up, and just so that I can continue to face you, I'll just do this. Press myself up onto the roller again. And then now I'm onto the left side of my body. Right, so I'm down on my left elbow, and I'm pushing forward and back into my glute muscle. And then you can also sway your knees a little bit side to side. So you're rolling onto the outer part of your hip a little bit. This is always the tighter side for me. Right, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Picturing releasing these muscles and opening them up. You're getting circulation and blood flow, right, into those muscles. This is so good for not just releasing tension in your body, but it helps build your immune system. And when you get your circulation and blood flowing, right? And now I'm going to straighten my left leg and cross my right leg over so that I'm all the way on my side. And then move the bolster down so that it's in the middle of my thigh. And then start rolling the outer part of my thigh. And this can seem like a little bit of a workout in and of itself. All right. And if you want, you can go back to doing into that hip crease right in here is where I am on the other side. And you can come back over and do the front of the legs again if you want. And then, see, actually, mine has a little bit of a divot in it, you can see now, because I've had it for a while. But it will go back to its full form. Okay. So now from here, let's sit back into a child's pose. So my big toes are together, my knees are wide, and you can just rest your arms down, rest your forehead down. Relaxing here into your stretch, just take a few breaths, helping to lengthen your spine, lengthen your low back, and all of the muscles that are connected into your glutes and your hips. And you can slowly come up. Just going to turn around and face this way. So I have my blocks at the top of my mat here. And let's push up into a downward facing dog first. All right. So tuck your toes and lift your hips up here. All right. If this does not work for you, I'll give you another option. But in downward dog, we're like an upside down V here. Right, pressing your heels down, pressing your palms flat, and you can just pedal, bending one knee at a time, belly pulled up and in, Shoulders are down your back, away from your ears. Right? And then if that doesn't work for you, you can always do it with your hands on a chair. Right? Do downward dog standing on a chair. Not standing, but you're standing up and your hands are on a chair. Right? Or you can do some cat cows here. Right? Arching and rounding. Using your breath. And then you can always stay right in the child's pose. Those are some other options. And then from here, extend your right leg back, toes stay on the floor. Really engage your leg. So lift your knee, firm your thigh. Belly is pulled in. And you should feel the engagement through the top of your thigh into your hip. All right, now lift your right leg hip height behind you. And then bend your knee and round in, tuck your chin, knee to nose. And then extend the leg back, toes are flexed to the floor. And then knee to nose. One more time, extend the leg back and knee to nose. And release it down. And then we'll go to the other side. Extend your left leg back. We're just trying to bring some heat into the front of the thigh. Belly pulled in here, press through your toes, press your heel back. Take a breath. And then lift your leg, hip height. Toes are flexed to the floor here. And then bring your knee in and round. You can point your foot. And extend. Knee in and round. And extend. And then knee in and round. Extend. And release it down. We'll go into another child's pose here. Big toes are together. Knees are wide. And just relax your arms down. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, right, you can always use a block. And on an inhale, come up. So you'll step your right foot forward, right, using your blocks if you have them. And you're going to lift your left knee and just tuck it behind the hip. You can keep your left foot flexed and press into the toes or point the foot, depending on how it feels on your knee. I like my toes tucked. It feels better on my knee. So you're welcome to stay here and have your knee down. Lift through your chest, right, belly pulled in. And you can be on whatever level of the blocks work for you. Right, and then if you want, you can lift your left knee. You're really activating the leg. Take a breath. Drop the knee down. Good. And then we're going to sit back. We are going to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch in here. So if you can't reach the floor, slide your blocks back. And they can be up at the highest height if you need it. So I don't want the back of your leg to get crampy when we go into the hip stretch. So that's why I'm having us do at least one hamstring stretch here. Right, back is nice and flat. Right toes are flexed to your nose. All right, and you can bring your blocks forward and slide your right leg back, coming into another child's pose. Just rest down, take a breath here, rest your forehead down. And on an inhale, you'll come up, and we'll do that on the left side. So left leg steps forward, right? Bring your right knee back behind your hip. Keep your right foot, tucked, toes tucked or not, depending on your knee. And you want to make sure that the front knee is over the ankle. I didn't say that on the other side, sorry. Right, because you don't want to put too much pressure on your knee. So you can stay here with your hands either on the blocks or the floor. Lift through your chest. Take a breath. And then if you want, you can add lifting your right knee. Stay here in a low lunge. Really activating the front of your right thigh here. Squeezing your glutes, belly pulled in. And dropping your right knee down. And then we'll extend the left leg here. Sitting back, getting a nice hamstring stretch. Right, back is flat. You can have your hands on your blocks, right, if you need them. If your hamstrings are super tight, right, lift yourself up a little bit higher. Take another breath here. And then step your leg back. So you have an option. You can do another child's pose, right? You can do cat-cow, arching and rounding, or you can do another downward dog. All right, if you want to save your wrists, do the downward dog on a chair, like I mentioned before. Stretching the back of the body here in your downward dog. And then release. All right, so we're going to go over to the couch over here. So I have my blanket tucked right under my couch because I have a cat and I don't want her to sit. She'll sit on it and get cat hair all over it. So this is a yoga blanket and I have it folded like this. There's plenty of cushion for my knee. All right, if you don't have a blanket or carpeting, you can take your yoga mat, right, or a pillow and place it underneath. You can fold up your yoga mat and do it, right? So this is what I'm doing. I'm kneeling on my right knee and I'm bringing my shin up onto the couch and my foot is kind of hanging over. And then I'm coming onto my left foot and sitting upright. All right, so this is a deep stretch for the front of the quad and your thigh. I turn my hands to face behind me and I lift up through my chest. Right, the tighter you are, the more forward you probably will be, right? And then the looser you get, the more upright you will probably be able to get. All right. Take a few breaths here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. I know this might feel pretty painful, right? So you can back off. You can always have your hands on your blocks or hands on the floor and work yourself up into this. Now you can do it up against the wall, but then it's a little uncomfortable for your foot. This is nice and comfy for your foot and your leg to rest on the cushion. All right, so we'll release. All right, and I just twist onto my knee, turn sideways, and I just take a little rest for a moment. All right, help to neutralize my pelvis. And just kind of rock here a little bit. You can take a child's pose if that's, feels good to you. All right, and then we'll go to the other side. All right, so now I'm on my left knee. And I bring my left shin and foot up the couch. And then step my right foot forward. And then notice where you're at, right? Get onto the right part of your knee that feels good to you. It's really more the top part of your knee where it meets your thigh, not really on the kneecap per se, right? And then I have my hands facing behind me, sitting upright, and take a few deep breaths here. I actually have my eyes closed and I'm just focusing on stretching the front of my thigh. All right, go at your level. You can always keep your hands down on the ground or on blocks and work your way into this. And you can slowly release. I push myself out and spin around. Bring my right leg behind. And again, just have a seat for a moment. You can take a child's pose if you'd like. And then I'm going to come back to my mat. Tuck my blanket under here. And come back to my mat. And I'm going to lie on my back. I'm going to bring my arms into cactus, right? Elbows at shoulder height, palms facing the ceiling. My feet are mat width distance, and I'm just going to drop my knees over to the right. Just take a little twist. You can look up or to the left, depending on how that feels for you. And then you can also deepen it by taking your right ankle and placing it on the outside of your left knee. And release your right foot. Lift your knees and your head back to center, and then drop your knees over to the left. And you can look to the right if that's okay on your neck. And if you want to go deeper, place your left ankle on the outside of your right knee. And you can remove your left foot, sorry, and lift your knees and your head back to center. So I'm going to take my foam roller, but you can use your blocks, you can use your blanket and roll it up, or if you have a bolster and you're going to place it under your knees, you can do this, one block under each knee, right? Since I have my foam roller, I'm going to place it under my knees and lie back and just rest for a few minutes here. This helps to relax now, right? We warmed up the front of our thighs and our hips and our glutes. We stretched, and now we're relaxing them. You want your body to be able to reap the benefits of what you just did. You know, just let it calm down and restore itself. So take a few minutes here, close your eyes, and just rest. Imagine your body relaxing. Your feet fall open and just let your legs and your hips, your pelvis, and everything relax. And slowly start to bend your knees and hug them into your chest. Roll around, massage your lower spine a little bit. Right, if that felt really comfy for you and you needed the rest, stay there. Right, until you feel like you want to wake up again. And then you can just roll to one side and press yourself up. All right. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you feel better. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them and I will respond to you. And know that I have a full class, a full schedule this week of classes of yoga, meditation, and EFT. And I have some virtual events, some free virtual events also. So check onto my Facebook page, which is Meryl Hayton. And you can also check out my website, which is merylhayton.com, and look up my packages and programs and everything that I offer. I do offer a free 30-minute consultation for anyone that would like to find ways to help them, help you, I should say, release tension in your body, release worry and overwhelm in your mind. And I'm really sending out so much love and virtual hugs to everybody out there that is going through this difficult time. And I'll see you on the next video or somewhere else, okay? Take care, bye-bye.